excited today. Okay, a lot has been happening just like in the past few minutes, hours, and it's just exciting. Okay, if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Nestor, and this is our little safe spot for, products and stuff. There is honestly a lot, like I don't even know where to start. Let's start with what happened last week. So last week I started my journey on the Halo Beauty Kiwi pills, and the little package was so cute. This is what it came in, this is what it has. It's honestly a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. There's a light here that turns on, so it's a lot smaller. Now I will show you what the pills look like because I'm not scared. This is what that looks like. It's not very big, and I can pretty much dry swallow them, but it is better with water. It is better if you drink something with it. I just got a 30-day supply just to start, but seeing as how it's already making my skin feel and look a lot better than it normally does, I'm gonna continue buying them. So I'm gonna order up maybe 2 or 3 more and just go for it, and then kind of do either like a weekly update or a monthly update, because I feel like if I do it daily, it's not really like, you're not gonna see like very fast results if I do it daily. So I'd rather do a weekly one and just kind of update you. These spots that I used to have that were like really dark and pigmented are like lightening up super fast now, which is great. Pores are definitely not as noticeable. I only look oily because I used Tarte's Maracuja oil, but if I like leave my face alone, it's not like super oily throughout the day. It only gets oily because I use makeup, and makeup has oil sometimes, so that's where that comes from. Anyway, enough rambling, let's go into the super exciting part. So I did a thing, you guys. I know with this whole Morphe and Jeffree Star brush set is like going wild and all, but let me tell you something. People are complaining about the price of the Jeffree Star and Morphe collaboration brushes. It's a 7-piece brush set for $49. Honestly, that sounds about right. If you're complaining about the price, I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. I don't really know what to tell people that complain about the price, because you are, essentially paying for the name in this case. And you know that Jeffree Star doesn't just stamp his name on anything, so you know that they're gonna be good or good enough to be Jeffree Star approved. Seeing as I'm someone who's incredibly crazy enough to spend $150 on 4 synthetic brush sets, and by that I am talking about the Wayne Goss, the synthetic collection, which is the newest collection that he's launched, and I was so excited. I pre-ordered it and it's finally here. So they came nice and individually packaged, but I didn't want to wait to open them, so I opened them anyway. Start off with the first one, which is this tapered brush. These, no lie, when he said that they felt like natural bristle brushes, they feel like natural bristle brushes. Like, this is the 25S. As you can see, this is the handle on it. It has his logo lasered in or etched in or something, because I remember the other ones, like the anniversary one, peeled off after a while. So yeah, this is a pretty good size brush. These are synthetic, so you can use them with powders, creams, liquids, whatever. The next one is this 24S, which is this huge, super dense, super soft, dense. Like, I can't believe these are synthetic. Now, I know you can read me all you want. I know that I've said that I hate synthetic brushes and that I just can't stand them, and it's just, I don't know. I kind of felt disgusted with myself trying to buy these, but at the same time, I'm like, they are Wayne Goss brushes. Like, how can you say no to Wayne Goss? So this is supposed to be like an all-in-one. You can use it for foundation, powder, whatever. It essentially comes with 2 face brushes that you can use for anything, and then it comes with 2 eye brushes, which is pretty much a MAC 217, but a synthetic version. This is a 26S. I'm not sure how well it'll focus on it, but if you put it sideways, it's pretty flat, and then it widens out, so you could use it for blending, you can use it for all of that. Packing, again, not sure how well it'll show. So this one is the 27S, I believe. Let me check it. Yes. So this one is pretty much a pencil brush or a bullet brush, whatever you want to call it. It is also synthetic. It is super soft. And then I also got a small sample of the VDL Lumi Layer Primer, which is one that I've been dying to try. So I'm really thankful that they included samples in it. So let me show you the second part of this. So this is going to be a long video. I'm sorry in advance, but it's just, it is what it is. I've been ordering a lot, I've been stressed out, I've been depressed, and I just like to shop when I'm stressed, okay? So my second order was for Beauty Bakerie. First of all, let's talk about this. Oh. First of all, let's talk about this cute box. I don't know how well the lighting is going to work for this, but so this is what I ordered from Beauty Bakerie. This is the Cake Mix Demi Matte Foundation. It is vegan, long-lasting, non-acnegenic formula. It comes with a cute little thing here, and then you open this up and you get your foundation. I got mine in the shade 41. I do love the packaging. It has a nice heavy feel to it, so it does feel luxurious. I love the copper top. It's really nice. The only con that I had with this is that online, there were 2 matches for an NC30, and I fall between an NC30 and an NC35, so I'm unsure how this is going to work out. But that's what this kind of first impressions is for. So it's going to be both the first impressions on the Wayne Goss and also on Beauty Bakerie. So I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it. And then I also got a duo for the setting powders. I got one in, I think, yellow and one in the translucent. I'm not sure how to tell which shade is which. Okay, this is going to be a first for both of us. This isn't translucent. Again, the packaging is super adorable, super cute. It does look like it contains quite a bit, so it'll last me a while. So that means that the second one, I think, is the yellow version. Yes, this one is the yellow, which is not that different, if you guys can see that. But we're definitely going to try both out today, so we'll see it. And then I also ordered the Beauty Bakerie oil, their baking oil, which is kind of cute. This is actually smaller than I thought it was going to be. So my issue with this, or my issue with this in general, is that I've heard that if you don't buy this with the foundation, it's not going to work out, especially if you have dry skin. So it's either you have really oily skin or you moisturize overly well and you'll be fine, or you buy this and it'll work how it's supposed to work. So this has 0.3 ounces for $28 if you don't catch it on sale. So I don't know, the bottle's kind of small for the price tag. We'll see how it performs. If it like wows me, then I'll be like, okay, sure, why not? I want to see how it compares today, whereas if I were to use my Tarte Maracuja oil, the travel size versions, which I bought for $8 a piece, I bought 3 of them because I was smart, and we'll see if it's worth it or not. It says instant radiance, perfect for all skin types. Our vegan baking oil will leave your complexion hydrated and glowing. Baking tips: gently massage 2 to 3 drops into clean skin. Allow the baking oil to absorb into skin before applying makeup. Okay, so pretty much your primer, I guess. And then the last thing I got was a lippy, was a liquid lipstick here, and this is what that looks like. This is just the sleeve, so we'll get rid of that. And this is what the tube looks like. Very nice. Now, I'm gonna swatch this right away because I want to see what this looks like. I've heard a lot of things about Beauty Bakeries. That's pretty. That is really pretty. Okay, it's a little darker than I thought it was going to be, but we will see if we can make it work for our daily use. If I try this today and it doesn't come off after eating, I will definitely pick some more up that are like more nude shades. This is technically a nude shade, but it's just a little too dark for my taste. But we will see how this goes. Oh, on a side note, you guys, I won a contest. I won a contest, and it is for the brand called Pract, Praktk, which is a sister company to Sigma Beauty, which I was like, what? That's freaking insane. So they will send me I think a 5-piece brush set, which is like their all-star brush set. So, you know, keep an eye out for a first impression / review on those, because I'm gonna be as harsh as possible, being as they are synthetic, but they are, I think the whole kit is $25, which is not bad. Anyway, let's begin with this Beauty Bakerie. So the first step in this is going to be the oil. So let me take, like it says, 2 to 3 drops. It smells very citrusy, so let's get that everywhere. I do feel more hydrated. I do feel a lot oilier. I already had oil on to begin with, so I don't know if that's going to mess with this or not. But if it does, then we'll just blame it on me and the Tarte Maracuja oil that interfered with this. But I hope you guys are having a good week. While I let this kind of soak in, let me update you on how my medication is going and all that stuff, which will be like a completely separate video if you're interested in that. Okay, so let's go into a backstory here, okay? So my best friend and their family are pretty much my family now. So, you know, I love them to death. I love their support, and I know that they're always going to be by my side. And they referenced me to their doctor, and it all went well. Usually I get really nervous. I get really like paranoid when I go to new places by myself. But yeah, they just asked me a whole bunch of questions, and I filled out a form and all this and all that. And You know, they kind of told me what I already knew, which was that I am severely depressed and my anxiety doesn't help. But I already knew that. So now I am on Lexapro, but the generic version, which is a word that I can't pronounce, which I'll like put somewhere up here or somewhere on the screen or down below in the description box. Yes, escitalopram 10 milligram tablets. So that is what I've been taking for the past week. It has helped a lot. Like the first 3 days were kind of interesting because I felt nauseous and I couldn't sleep for the first 2 days, or if I did sleep, I didn't feel like I slept. By the fourth night or fourth day, I guess, I kind of felt fine. Like the whole nausea thing was like at the door. I was hungry all the time. I'm still hungry all the time, which sucks. I'm pretty sure one of the side effects is gonna be like weight gain, which I highly doubt because I know that I'm not gonna eat that much. But we'll see how that goes. I'm really hoping it doesn't because I don't want to gain weight. But I do feel better. I feel calmer throughout the day, which is great. Like usually things that would piss me off or like get to me don't, which is good. Hopefully my coworkers are seeing a difference or like feeling a difference because I'm not as petty. It should work out fine. I think it's working out fine. Anyway, I think I've let this sit there long enough. So I'm going to start with the Beauty Bakerie Cake Mix Foundation in the shade 41. It does come with a pump, which is great. I love a good pump. We're going to start off with 2 pumps. I know that I've kind of watched that it dries down super fast, so I'm just going to take the Wayne Goss fan brush. Ooh, this is light. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the shade. I was told that it's supposed to get a little darker, it's supposed to oxidize, but I don't know how much this can oxidize to match my skin tone. Okay, so this has me looking like Flashback Mary, but maybe we can save it. Maybe it is going to just get a little tanner, hopefully. So that is one light layer of the Beauty Bakerie foundation. So this is what the foundation looks like on its own with just these 2 lights and you and me. But you know what? Casper the Friendly Ghost or not, we are gonna try to make this work. Okay, so for concealer, we're gonna be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, which is one of my favorite creamy concealers. So now we're gonna try the setting powder. I'm gonna try the yellow underneath my eyes and then the translucent one all over the face because that's what I want to do. It does have an interesting Swiffer in here, which is great. So we're gonna start off with a little bit and then we'll see how much we need. They do feel really soft. They don't even feel like synthetic brushes, and it's crazy how real they feel. They feel like my regular Wayne Goss brushes. Okay, so this one is the yellow underneath my eyes. It also has an interesting little Swiffer in the container, so you get to rotate it so that it stops the powder from leaking out, which is great. It's gonna be, that's a great idea. More brands should think of that because when you put this in a bag, you don't want it to just fly everywhere. So now we're gonna try out the translucent one. Now I personally don't use a lot of powders just because I don't know, the older you get, the less powder you should probably use. This is like on another level of micro finely milled powder. Like you can't even see it. You can't see it underneath my eyes. You can't see it like, okay, so for nose contouring, I think it did a pretty good job. It's a little darker than I would have liked it to be, but I think that's just my fault for putting too much product on the brush. So for the rest of the face, I'm just going to use the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette. I want to see how much control this gives me. The closer to the end that you hold the brush, the lighter the pressure is going to be. So the lighter the application is going to be. Technically, if you load your brush up with like a whole bunch of blush, then I don't know how that's going to work out for you, but for the most part, you know, that's the way it's supposed to work. Now, is this giving me any sort of color? I can't see from here because I don't have my glasses, but I'm just gonna have to trust that it's putting on just the right amount that I want. Now we'll move on to the actual blush portion, which is this. So I'm just gonna wipe this off on a microfiber cloth, and then we're gonna move on to the powder portions, which are the diamond powder, and I think, I don't know what the other one is, with the highlighter shades on the very tips. And next with just a little bit of diamond powder on the very tip. Doesn't bother my face, doesn't irritate it, doesn't feel scratchy. These are what synthetic brushes are supposed to feel like. Sorry, quality synthetic brushes. Because not all brushes are made equal. So the eye brushes I'm going to have to use on a separate occasion just to show you that separately. But I think for now the face brushes are working great. I just need to clean the bottom of this and the bottom of this. Now I'm going to try the lip. This is what the lip is going to dry down to. Not really sure how well that's going to work with this look, but so this is the lip color. The shape might be off, but that's just because my lips are that way, so I just have to wait for them to dry a bit. But this is pretty much the end result, you guys. I'm not sure how the color is going to be on camera. I don't know how the finish is going to be on camera. I'm going to try to scoot in as close as I can so you guys can see like the full details. So this is pretty close to the camera. I don't know how you guys are going to be able to see the overall texture, the overall finish of this foundation. But I know you can see that that's so luminous. Yeah, I would like it to be a little more on the yellowy olive side. Right now I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost, but in the cutest way possible. As far as the brushes go, I think that they applied everything really smoothly and everything went on just how it normally would with my regular Wayne Goss brushes, so I can't tell that these are synthetic brushes. You know, I own a lot of Wayne Goss brushes, so I know what real hair brushes feel like, you know, from goat to blue squirrel to whatever other kind of bristles they use for Wayne Goss brushes. You get what you pay for, so I definitely do love my synthetics right now. There is definitely no comparing these to anything out there right now. These aren't even close to anything that drugstore has. So, you know, if people are over here comparing them to Wet n Wild or Real Techniques or Eco Tools or Morphe, like, no, this is nothing like that. Those are just machine fabricated. They're probably all cut. You know, the bristles are probably all cut. These, I don't know, you have to try them. You have to try these. Like, I know that $150 might seem like a lot for 4 brushes, but I know for sure that these are gonna last me like 10 years or more. You know how I take care of things. Whereas if I were to buy, I don't know, like Real Techniques brushes, they only last, for me, at least about a year or two. So unless you're planning to repurchase brushes constantly for the low price of who knows what, think about that. Like, think about the long terms of things, not just like what you need now. But yeah, sorry that this video is kind of long, but I just wanted to do kind of like an all-in-one. I'm not sure how to leave timestamps. I'll have to figure that out and somehow put them down below so that you don't have to watch the whole thing and you can just pick out your sections that you want. So as a first impressions and review on the synthetics, I love them. And I know I am pretty biased just because they are Wayne Goss brushes. I know that these are more on the luxury side of synthetics and they're not just your everyday over-the-counter drugstore brushes, you know, but that's just me. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me a makeup snob. I don't care. I know that I am, but that's just my opinion, and this is what makes me happy. Like, I prefer luxury items. I prefer higher end quality things, or just new things, you know, but whatever. It's just, these don't compare to anything else that I own synthetic wise. But yeah, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.